Hey everyone, day 13 of e-learning. This is Wednesday, so it's a reading day, so I'll try to keep this short so I can get you reading. Here's the quote from today. It's from a famous author named James Baldwin, who's a remarkable author, and he says, "You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world." Unprecedented means it's never happened before. But then you read. It was books that taught me that the things that tormented me most were the very things that connected me with all the people who were alive, who had ever been alive. So very powerful to know that the things you're going through, other people are going through as well. And writing and reading are ways to express that. Hey, reading day, and you will post a book review today. So those are the two big targets. So ultimately, break it down to this. I want you to read for 30 minutes minimum today. You may always read more, but I want to equate this to aerobic activity. A lot of you are hopefully getting some exercise, but you should know, if you've taken any classes on health, that your body doesn't really burn any calories, not really, until about 20 minutes of your heart rate up. It's after that 20 minutes where you start to like dig into pushing your body. Until then, it just is kind of, just keeping the norm, keeping the status quo. If you work out for 10 minutes and say, "I got it, I'm good," you really aren't pushing your body to be healthier. You're just sort of staying the same. So 30 minutes for reading, same deal. Fill out an exit ticket and then post a book review video of the book that you've been reading. You don't have to have finished the book. Let's just hear what you think about it now. Okay, so here's the book review itself. What should it be? Limit it to 30 seconds max, please. Otherwise, it gets really long. If you have to go a little bit longer, obviously there's some wiggle room there. Include the title and author. Show the book cover as you talk about the book. All right. Explain a bit about the main character or main figure. Explain the problem the main character is trying to solve. Give lots of opinion, but be more descriptive than "it's boring." I want you to explain how it's boring, what's wrong specifically with the book. That's high quality. And I would say this: practice once before you film, because that allows you to produce quality. The videos you see, this is the second recording of it because the first one wasn't good enough. And bonus challenge, do this with your pet. This is Gizmo, and he hates this. He hates this when I do this with him. So anyway, do this with your pet. Okay, so a couple of quick ones, and then I'll get out of your hair. First book I'm going to recommend is Ends of the World by Peter Brannon. He's a scientist, but he writes like a storyteller. And this book is his nonfiction explanation of the, essentially 5 times that Earth has been wiped of all life. So 5 extinction events that Earth has experienced, and then life has come back. And it's really an amazing story. All true. He's done his research. But you can't put it down because you're reading about the end of our life. And sometimes I think with the coronavirus, we think that's what's happening now. It's not. This is an entirely different level of extinction in the book. And so it kind of makes you feel a little bit better about things. All right. It's just written in a very easy way to understand, even though it's high science. Here's another one, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Between the World and Me. This is a book written by an African-American man, and it's essentially one letter to his son about his experiences of being Black in America. And he goes through these personal experiences and how he relates to history. So this one is very moving. It's a very emotional book and inspiring, because the words are about making sure that his son is strong, but also aware of the challenges of being Black in America. A very powerful book. All right, last one. This one I'm just going to show. This is called Please Stop Laughing at Me. This is by Jody Blanco. And this is a nonfiction as well. This is a true story of a girl who was bullied for most of her school life. So basically starting with kindergarten all the way to high school. And what's interesting is it's hard to read. In fact, most of the book I felt like screaming at someone and punching, the kids who were so mean and the parents who weren't doing enough about it. But it ends in a way that I can't tell you because it'll spoil it. But her perspective on being bullied is really interesting. So this one's kind of hard to put down because it's brutal, but you can relate to a lot of things going on, and also it is written again in a way that is easy to read, and I found it very, very, very engaging. Okay, there you go. So what can you do if all that's done? I would say if you finish early today, Look back over your previous e-learning days for any missed work. Some of you are missing quite a bit. I know it's not late yet. Nothing's late except that allegory, because that was before we started the quarantine. But for now, that's the only thing I'm putting as late. Otherwise, you could do the slam poem. And by the way, if you didn't do the slam poem and you're like, oh my God, that was last week, you could just look at the directions in the calendar that I put on the actual assignment and look up those things that are checkoffs, the requirements. We have a discussion response from Monday and a discussion response from Tuesday. So you could look those things up, get caught up, and then you're back on track. Read more for fun or keep on keeping on. So see ya in your book reviews. Gizmo says bye.